Hey, remember these snakes? They're still here. Basilisk. Hey, say something to the camera.
I really don't want to.
It's too late, you just did.
I hate this.
Why? John's not gonna cut this out. It's going right on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you can't use any of this.
10 minutes of cut.
No, it's only a minute and a half. Look at these boxes.
We're all empty. Alright, that's it.
So many boxes.
Okay, we have Colombia. That's what it is. A lot of Plecos, restocking on some stuff we haven't had. We have a couple odds and ends as well, but a lot of fish that we haven't had in a little while. So a couple cool things. We'll open it up. And
Pre-open, you know what's in this one, don't you?
going through. I just undid the tape actually. It's all a surprise though.
Better be. I want to see the joy on your face when we talk about some
L103.
of
Why is
those.
that not on the list?
Free.
Oh, 103. Clown Plecos. Good little cheaper Pleco. These guys are usually like $12 to $15 for someone that wants something that's small but not a bristle nose, a little different.
Do these
Good
eat
little
algae
option.
or are they carnivorous,
They're
Jonathan?
omnivores, so they will eat a little bit of algae, and they'll also eat pretty much everything else too. But they're not heavy algae eaters, so this is not like the best cleaner fish in the world by any means.
Will they destroy my wood?
They'll eat it, graze on it. They're not a royal Pleco though, so they won't completely devour it. This is Galaxy 2.9. No, that's 240. Galaxy. So the Galaxy unfortunately has there's a couple Plecos they call Galaxy Plecos. This is not the L240 Galaxia. This is L029. So another spotted Pleco. The spotting is a bit larger on these than the L240s, and then they do get a little. I don't think they get as big as the L240s either. Once they're settled in, they will be jet black, the spots as well.
John, I can tell that there's 60 FPS on this.
Yeah.
It looks so good. No more than 30 in our lives.
Red Phantom Tetras, similar to most of the other, Phantom Tetras that you'll see, the yellows and the blacks. So these are just ones that we're kind of getting low on now. So good little community fish if you want to add some red fish into your aquarium life.
I only like purple fish.
Okay, well, you should get some glow Tetras, everyone's favorite.
I like killifish that don't survive for longer than a year, so I don't have to worry about them.
What? Hey, look, it's Plecos. These are Galaxy Golds. These are a little different than what I've normally seen, but typically their spotting is a little more yellow. Might change once they settle in.
There we go.
These guys have really large spotting on them, and you can see it goes into their finnage as well, which is kind of cool. $239. Yep, blue Panax. I actually ordered this many by accident. I thought they were blue phantoms. I did not read correctly. These are kind of like, they call them blue. They're a very dark blue. They're kind of like a grayish blue once they settle in. You can see some blue more on the finnage where it's a little thinner and the color shows a little better. These are decent size. I've actually, most of the time I've gotten them, they've been quite a bit smaller than this. So
Is this like full size?
no, they will get bigger. I don't know what's with this bag. We're not going to
That's
be
a quality bag.
we're not going to be looking through this. Oh wait, maybe I thought I did get blue phantoms. These are blue phantoms, so I didn't get green phantoms. Decent sized blue phantoms, yep. So it'll be a little more. There's a couple neon tetras in there,
Oh, buddy.
free, and we're gonna
We're
sell
gonna
those
make
for
so much
$100.
money. Yeah, $100. Sound like
See
this go.
his teeth. Look at that.
There you go. What was the
Get the
gold
Tetra.
torpedo barbs? They're like $100.
Not quite. They're like 50. Okay, 235. These are flat flyer Plecos. They exactly what it sounds like. They're kind of flat, and they get jet black with little white spots. A little different. I believe this species is heavier on the carnivore side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Actually, the nice thing about those two is they're relatively inexpensive compared to the other black and white spotted Plecos, so not as expensive on the wallet. These are platinum royals.
These ones will destroy your plant or your wood.
Yeah. Yeah, these are heavy wood eaters. Definitely a necessity. You can see the stuff floating in the bag because they're a poop factory and they're basically going to do this in your tank. But they're a very cool pleco. They get quite big. Royals can get 12 to like 15 inches, and they get a massive head. There's still L27, which is the regular royal, but this is a locality from Brazil that is considered platinum, so it's got a bit of a different coloration on it. These are Plecos Pulcher, another relatively inexpensive L number pleco. So typical kind of. Let's see if we can get a better view there. Yeah, a cool one. Colta Lujani. I don't think I've had these before, so I cannot tell much about them.
They're pleco.
They are a pleco. We'll see what they look like when they settle in. I googled some photos of them, and there was many different photos, so we don't really know what they're going to look like. Not an expensive pleco. I think these guys are going to be around 30 bucks, so looking for something a little different might be the pleco for you. 091, that is Triactus, I believe. Yep, so Triactus pleco, or also commonly called a 3-beacon pleco due to the 3 bars on their fins. These are like a very sharp pleco. They have a lot of pointy scales on them. Their body will go pretty much black, and then they just get that orange-black barring on their fins, which is cool. And it's on their pectoral, or sorry, their dorsal and their tail. Pandagoras, we had some in the store, but they were really tiny, so these ones are a little bigger, a little more size to them.
Those are not Pandagoras.
What? Yes, they are.
Why do they look so weird?
Because they're in a bag, Byron. When you learn.
I think you're gonna quote me on that one again. Those are not Pandagoras.
Like that?
They look weird.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell them that, and I'll see how they feel after it.
Probably offended.
Yeah. I don't know the best way to do this.
You keep doing you, bud.
I'm not a professional.
Yes, you are.
That's an air hole so the fish can breathe.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like they're in bags or anything. Come on, John. They'll be defeated by tape.
It's about the quality of inspection that gets done when you have to wait at the airport. They just look through the hole and they're like, yeah, it looks good.
No venomous snakes in there.
Torpedo barbs. Topping up on the normal guys. We're down to our last few. Flying out of the bag there. They don't even like water anymore. They're evolving. Yeah, these guys will get red face and just that kind of little bit of red going down the lateral line and in their dorsal as well.
Lovely.
They get about 4 or 5 inches. They're not a nippy barb, so they're good with a lot of peaceful fish, similar to rainbows. If you want a lot of movement, medium-sized fish in your peaceful tank, they'll be good. Wild type angels, actually decent size for their price. So we're gonna set these up with another fish that's in this system here, or in this system. What the heck? We're gonna set them up in another tank with another fish that's in this order. We're gonna do a little South American biotope, some leaf litter, and
oh, is this your dark water tank you're trying?
Yeah. There were 4.
What else? I was surprised. Whatever else is it?
Surprised.
Is it leaf fish?
No, but it is a fish we haven't had in a while. It looks similar to a fish we have. Not expensive.
Now I'm excited, John.
No, you won't be.
Leave your comments to figure out.
I assure you, they're brown.
What is it? Leave your comments and figure out what. Try to guess what John's secret fish is.
Madagascar rainbows. Most rainbows are coming from Papua New Guinea and Australia, so this is a little different. The males will get that red on their tail and that, and you'll see that even now. It's pretty obvious. Oh, one of them has one eye. That's fun. About 3.5 inches or so, and really they move a lot. So a 30 gallons usually good recommendation for them.
Are these the ones that aren't technically like they're a rainbow, but they're not a rainbow?
No, no, that's pseudomutual.
Oh,
those like the nano fish.
Yeah.
They used to be a rainbow. They still they're common and they're still a rainbow. Wild type Oscars. So we don't get a lot of the albinos, reds, and all the different colors. We typically stick to the wild types. They have a lot of natural variation in their pattern and their color, so it'll go anywhere from like black and yellowish to more cream tones, and some will have kind of white in them as well. So probably a little more aggressive than the ones that have been bred for the last 20 years, but for those who like Oscars and the other big South Americans, they're here for you. Okay, this is my strategy.
Didn't you already do that, boss?
Nope.
You don't know, John.
No, I didn't. 100% tape.
You put the tape back on them. Look.
No, it's not. We'll see. We'll see who's wrong.
That'll be me.
This is raw.
He's editing this out at the moment, actually.
Alright. Black neon tetras. Another popular little tetra. We're getting down to like the last 5 or 6 years, so we're just basically filling up the tank. Good alternative to cardinals and regular neons. Are typically a lot hardier. Not maybe as flashy colors, but still a nice fish regardless. And another good little peaceful community fish, cherry barbs. Looking like mostly boys. Boys will be the heavier red. Girls are a little more toned down for the color. These are a really peaceful barb. They can go with tetras and all the other little fish. They're not like tiger barbs where you're going to sit there and nip at everybody. And they don't get very big, just a little, maybe like 1.5 inches or so. A nice little small peaceful barb. Okay, this is the other fish that is going with the wild angels. These are festivums. So if you've been in our store, you would have seen the acoras we had, which are a much rare variety of this that gets bigger. These guys, the males will get kind of an orange chin. They're technically a cichlid, but they're relatively docile. Sometimes they can get a little territorial when they mature, but for the most part, they're not too bad with fish kind of their own size.
How big do they get?
I would have to double check on that, but I think it's around 4 to 6 inches.
Cool.
And if I'm wrong, the correct size will be on the screen. I don't know everything, Byron.
Yes, you do.
I'll try. Cupido? Yep. Biotodoma cupido. This is one of the nicest small South American cichlids you can get. Unfortunately, it takes a very long time to color, especially in a pet store. But once they are settled in, anyone, Bruce Lee can try. Oh boy, that's not good.
John defeated by
It worked. Never done. What is that? Oh, puppy. Pea puffers. Been doing pretty good with these guys lately. Popular fish. They do not ship. Oh, there's a little tornado that's happened there. They don't ship particularly good, so when I can get them from my local supplier, it's far more ideal. Puffers are can be temperamental. They all have their own personalities, so you always got to watch what you're keeping them with. They can be nippy, and they do have a beak, so despite their size, they can do a little bit of damage. And something kind of harder shelled, like little snails and that, are a good part of their diet to kind of keep their beak worn down. And they're a true freshwater pufferfish. What is that? Is that
Pleco?
a flame pleco? So I can never tell because sometimes I order one of something. It was like, you know what? You want two. And I think that's what happened. Redfin, yep. So it's got a bonus. L024 with the redfin, cactus, or they call them a flame pleco. I think that's the regular common name. So this is not the L25, which is the scarlet cactus, one number down. Basically a cheaper version. By no means a cheap pleco, still a higher end one, but the L25s, depending on their size, can be worth quite a few $100s. And a lot of the time the 2.5s can't be identified until they're larger, so making them even more expensive. But still a cool fish, and that's about a 12-inch pleco, so it's not a small pleco by any means. Oh, another garbage bag looking.
Perfect.
240. These are the true Galaxy plecos. You can see spots a bit smaller. They have a much higher dorsal. This is another really sharp pleco. If you've ever kind of touched them with your hands if you're moving them around or trying to sex them, quite pointy on their scales, and they will darken quite a bit. But yeah, they get that huge dorsal, and they can get good size. They can push almost 9-10 inches. So This is more of a carnivore of a Plecos, so not your typical algae eater. 106. Orange seam Plecos. Another, they're not the most colorful Pleco in the world. They'll develop an orange seam on their dorsal fin. And these are good size ones. They're good, cheap little L number Plecos. So. Neon Tetras. I'm trying to carry cardinals and neons now, just in case we run out of one. And sometimes, I know like right now our cardinals aren't for sale, we're treating them, so have a alternative available that's, you know, kind of similar at least. Oh, look at this. Auto cats. 160 auto cats.
Holy crap.
I ordered 100, but again, Plecos decided I need 160, which is fine. We will certainly sell these. One of the more popular algae eaters. They don't get big, couple inches. Super peaceful, schooling algae eater, which is cool. Only thing about them is they're sensitive. They need clean water. Gotta be doing your water changes for them. And if they do clear all your algae, you gotta make sure you're supplementing food because they're constantly grazing and they can very easily starve. Neon. So we're getting so many free neon peppers. Great. All right.
3 more boxes? Does the big box have stuff in it?
I don't know, probably. So we'll find out. Ember Tetras, little red Tetras, smaller than the Phantoms, so people that have a more nano tank. These guys only, I believe they get like an inch and a quarter. When they settle in, they'll go bright red. And yeah, just a nice little schooling Tetra. Oh, just these are the standard blue rams. These are actually wild rams, so the original type. These aren't technically the German blue rams, which are just the line-bred ram, essentially. This is their original form. OG rams right here. And they're little right now, which is fine. They actually ship a lot better at that size, and they'll color up nicely. Lemon Tetra is another really popular Tetra. Unfortunately, also a Tetra that never seems to show well in a pet store. They really need time to kind of settle into a good planted tank, and they'll brighten up quite a bit. They won't be nearly as transparent, and especially the males will get nice solid yellow.
I remember there was someone a couple weeks ago just came in like, I need lemon Tetras. I'm like, that's such a random request, but
They're here now.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, here we go. Ever popular, especially I posted these like as we were running low on them, so I had like a million messages like, where are those glass catfish? They're in my hand right here. Whew, glass cats. So things with these, they are clearly see-through. You can see every little part of their body there, which is kind of cool to see. They get 4 to 6. 6 is really big, but we'll say 4 to 6 inches. Peaceful. They're not like a fish that's going to sit there and eat everything. Super active. They are technically a schooler. So you should be looking to get a group of 6 of these to really have the best success with them. They'll really like, a planted tank. Here, they're taking both frozen as well as like the Sarah mini food for us. And yeah, just a cool fish. So
Gotta throw that Sarah in there.
Yeah.
Sarah.
So yeah, these guys, the big thing with them is they just don't ship well. So I stick to only getting them from my local supplier, and I haven't had any issues. So they're there for you. I think it's 25 or 30 or however much you decided I wanted. 30. Boxes, Brian.
2 more. What's
Counting? One more box.
Yeah, I'd say 1 more box, isn't it?
Yep. I'm gonna elevate this. Oh, I do know what fish is in here.
Is this something exciting, John?
Hopefully it's not one fish, because that would be very big.
That'd be cool.
It can be that big, but
I want this to be one fish. One fish.
no,
Damn it.
3. All right. Oh, these are big. Flagtail Procolotus coming in at a really good size. This is a very jumpy fish, very active. This is arguably one of the best algae eaters to have in a tank with large fish, especially predators and stuff. They push 14 inches. They get kind of this really shiny silver body, and then they get that flag tail, which is where they get their namesake from, the red and black stripes. and they'll get a bit in the pectoral or the dorsal as well. Yeah, these are just like a good fish. There's not many issues. They're not overly aggressive. There are some instances where they might try to eat the slime coat on like a slow, flat moving fish like arowanas, I've seen it, and stingrays, but in general, in my experience, they've been pretty good for the most part. So, and what do we got here? Oh, look, flagtail porcolotus. Have you ever heard of this fish before?
No. Can you explain them?
Yeah, it's silver.
Cool.
All right, last fish. Oh, this worked out. This is a cool fish, Chandler. Adabapo pike cichlids.
Should I be excited, John?
I don't know.
I'm not a fish person.
All right, this is a
That's a pretty cool fish.
very nice pike cichlid. So these will get aggressive, obviously. When you buy them small, they have zero color, which is why a lot of the people import them a bit larger. They'll go solid red. And yeah, just like a really beautiful predatory fish. They have a lot of speckling on their face. I believe they get around 14 to 16 inches. So they're not like the biggest in the world. They're definitely pretty manageable in something like a 125 to a 180.
I like its little spot.
Yeah, they have that eye on their tail there, kind of like a peacock, some of the peacock bass. But yeah, so for people that are into the predatory stuff, we definitely don't get it as often, but occasionally we do get some cool stuff. So I think this is the first fish unboxing we're actually posting on since 2022, the whole month it's been. So
Well, we didn't do a fish unboxing on YouTube in
a long time. Yeah, it's been a while. So trying to get active on that again. So yep, this is first part of it. We do have some plants today here as well.
You could have unboxed those. Go grab them.
Tonight, maybe we'll do a different video. And then
So we can spread this out to 2 weeks.
exactly, there you go. Yeah, I think we mentioned it before, but we're trying to be a little more active on YouTube, put all the unboxings on there, and we'll start getting some other videos out. We'll probably start to set up some times for maybe some live streams, do some giveaways, Q&As. Byron can answer all your
Yo,
complicated
I got all the
questions.
answers, guys. What's a nitrogen cycle? I don't know.
Water cycles.
That's the girl. She looks better. Whew. Mint. Anyway. So you're not going to cut all this?
Everything.
No.
It's all cut.
We're talking about live streams and
Video
answering me
is gonna be
questions.
1.5 minutes.
Guys, let us know if you want us to do a podcast where we just talk shit.
This is so I did have a idea to maybe try to do, call it a podcast, call it whatever you want, but try to set up some kind of interview / just hanging out with people and chatting that are involved in both industries, both reptile and fish. So as an example, one of the biggest rainbow fish people in Canada is actually in London. So you can maybe sit down with him, or even possibly do a fish room tour depending on what he's up for. Things like that. So we have a lot planned.
Paradise After Dark. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah, that's the podcast. So we'll get there eventually. But yeah, just keep an eye out for more videos, and
Like, comment,
we'll
subscribe.
be back soon. Say it, Byron.
I did. Now you have to say it.
Do you want to face the camera to yourself when you say it?
Not at all.
You don't like that?
No.
It's unfortunate.
Don't forget to keep Ocean in this video because she loved being on camera.
I'll just cut her in as like a commercial break halfway through.
Go out on a joke, John.
I don't have jokes. I'm the worst. My jokes are on the fly. I don't come with written material here.
On the fly.
It's zipped up.